If you're going to spend hundreds of hours and potentially hundreds of pounds inside a virtual world, you want to get some decent value for money. So given all the different games and all the different monetization methods, from free-to-play with cash shops to monthly subs to in-game membership options, which MMO offers the best bang for your buck? Which game respects your money and offers the best experience? And which game won't turn nasty when you stop paying? Let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Josh Hayes. You work hard for your money, and so you want to spend it on a game that gives you the most adventure for your cash. You want a game that gives you the longest possible storyline, the most features, or doesn't lock features behind excessive paywalls. So we're going to have a look at the MMORPGs that allow you to stretch your money as far as it can possibly go. The most adventure for the least cost. We'll have a look at the 5 best value MMORPGs. Before we begin, consider liking the video or subscribing to the channel for more MMO stuff. Ring the bell for all the notifications. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. For anyone wondering, yes, I am going to keep reducing the font size until it's unreadable. Right, let's begin. First off, I want to collect a load of MMOs together and issue a warning. If your MMO is free to play with a cash shop and the cash shop is its main source of income, be extremely cautious. Games will often sell power directly to you, meaning the free games often become wallet versus wallet, and every update, expansion or new cycle will see a massive surge of power creep with new powerful items ready to buy from the shop. Games like Neverwinter, Runes of Magic, Terra, Star Trek Online, Skyforge, ArcAge, or any other mass of freemium game will always, over a long enough period of time, end up being a huge money sink. I'm not saying they're bad games, I'm saying they'll end up being extremely expensive if you intend to play them at a high level. So with the general free-to-play but pay-to-win games all lumped together as advisable to avoid if you respect your money, let's look at the serious contenders for best value MMO. Number 5. World of Warcraft. I know, an MMORPG list where World of Warcraft isn't number 1. I am shocked too, but honestly, it's just not good value. Not anymore. While World of Warcraft has almost 20 years worth of content to play through, you don't actually experience playing through all of it. You'll often blitz through the leveling process and then focus entirely on whatever the current expansion has made relevant at that moment in time. It has made a vast world relatively small. While World of Warcraft does have a free trial up to level 20, you'll then need to buy in at whatever the latest expansion pack is. That will cost you between £35 to £80 depending on the version you want to get, and then you'll be locked into a monthly subscription on top of this, and when a new expansion comes out, you'll need to shell out another £35 for that. Now this wouldn't be too bad if you could keep playing for free if your subscription waned out, but you can't. You must remain subbed all the time you want to play. Normally, once you've paid £35 for a game, you can, play it. But nope, it's $35 for the game and an additional monthly price for the privilege of playing the game you just bought. Warcraft may have sat as the king of MMOs for a long time, but value for money it is not. Number 4. Final Fantasy XIV. There is no doubt that Final Fantasy XIV is a fantastic MMO. It's probably the most serious contender for the MMO crown. If any game is going to one day give Warcraft a run for its money, it's Final Fantasy XIV. And you get a lot of MMO for your money, but there are issues here. FF14 is another monthly subscription game, and similar to Warcraft, the basic subscription gets you all but the latest expansion, which you need to buy whenever it releases. It is worth noting that FF14 is actually slightly cheaper than Warcraft, with 30 days game time setting you back about £9 or $13. What gives Final Fantasy XIV the edge though is its absolutely massive free trial. You can download and play the base game, A Realm Reborn, and the first expansion pack, Heaven's Ward, entirely for free with no time limit. If you want to download it right now and play for 6 months, taking your time and completing all the content, you can absolutely do that. However, the free trial does have some major limitations. You cannot use retainers to sell items on the market board, and you cannot form dungeon groups, although you can be invited to them. And here's the sneaky bit. If you do upgrade from a free trial to a monthly membership, you then can't go back to the free trial once your membership expires. Once you've paid, that's it. You must continue paying. You cannot be a member for a month and then play the free bits again, and then sub again. It is a permanent change. The moment you sub, you have committed to subbing forever or not playing again. It's a fantastic MMO, and it is absolutely worth your money if you're going to play it a lot, and the free trial is a brilliant thing, but the once you're subbed we've got you aspect isn't explained clearly, and that makes it seem somewhat underhanded. Number 3. The Elder Scrolls Online. A few years ago, I bought The Elder Scrolls Online on a Steam sale. I think I paid about £15 for the complete collection. That's the base game, all the major chapter expansions, all the minor DLC, and the Necromancer class. And now, well, I've still got all that stuff. It's a buy once, play forever deal, and it's just incredible value for money. The Elder Scrolls Online requires you to buy the base game. It's not a free-to-play game. And then you've got specific extra chapters that you can buy as and when you want them. You don't need to buy them at all. You can pick and choose, or you can buy a pack with all of them. You've also got smaller individual DLC packs. Again, buy the ones you like, and once you own them forever. Or you can buy the monthly optional subscription called ESO Plus. Being an ESO Plus member gives you access to almost all of the smaller DLC packs completely and a monthly supply of the premium currency of crowns. And once your monthly subscription ends, you can keep playing the game. Hell, you can even spend the crowns you got for being a member to unlock chapters or DLC packs that you enjoyed permanently. The Elder Scrolls Online really does stretch your money a long way, but my main issue with it is the crafting bag. That's an unlimited storage bag for all of your collectible stuff, and that is linked to having ESO Plus, meaning you're giving a rather big advantage to the monthly members. It's not essential to have, I do just fine without it, it's just a problem that doesn't need to exist. If you want to buy a game once and then play it whenever without worrying about keeping up a sub and have the ability to drop into and drop out of subscribing while also getting premium currency thrown at you, The Elder Scrolls Online is a great choice. Now we're down to the top 2, and I don't have a second place. Both these games are joint first, because both of these MMOs offer incredible value for money, expansive free worlds, reasonable upgrade options, long-term sustainable gameplay, a variety of gameplay experiences within them, and very little power creep, meaning you are not constantly chasing a gear treadmill. Both these games respect your time and your money a great deal. So if you want to stretch your money as far as it can possibly go and play the best value MMO RPGs, these two are the best. RuneScape and Guild Wars 2. I've recently covered the mobile client launch of RuneScape 3, but that's just one half of the RuneScape franchise. You've also got Old School and Old School Mobile. Both RuneScape 3 and Old School RuneScape are free to download and play, and the free game on both is massive. Filled with skills, monsters, and brilliantly written quests, you can have a great time as a free player, but when you do decide to buy a month of membership, you'll unlock so much more. But what really sets RuneScape apart, though, is how you can buy membership using in-game gold. So once you're making enough money in-game, your subscription can actually sustain itself. But my favourite element is when your subscription runs out, you don't lose anything. You just get moved back to a free world with all your members' items still safe, and you can keep playing and training the free skills. It's the perfect MMO to subscribe to for a few months, blitz out some content, and then if money ever gets tight, just stop your membership and go back to fishing in Lumbridge or woodcutting in Draenor for a bit. And here's another bonus. Your membership applies to both games. One monthly fee of £9 or $11 gets your membership status on both RuneScape and RuneScape Old School, two massive MMOs for the price of one. RuneScape is good for free, great as a member, and there's no damage done if your membership expires. Because remember, you cannot quit RuneScape, you can just take long breaks. And then Guild Wars 2. The core game of Guild Wars 2, which is absolutely stunningly massive, is free. There's no monthly sub, no catch, no questions, it's just free. You can download it and play it for free right now. The expansions, Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire, are one-time purchases. When you have them for life, and they go on sale super often over at the Guild Wars 2 main site. Guild Wars 2 is a game I spent about £30 on buying both expansions years and years ago, and I can still hop on whenever I want, get all the new additions, all the new DLC, and play through it. My £30 has given me hundreds and hundreds of hours of adventure, with no time limit and no monthly subscription. Guild Wars 2 is just stunningly good value. Very few games can offer you as much of an adventure on this scale of this popularity for a single one-off payment, and still, after all these years, deliver. So, joint first place, RuneScape and Guild Wars 2, both brilliant games. RuneScape is a great free experience and then probably gives you the best value monthly sub out of any MMO, the ability to pay the sub using in-game gold, and a free world still playable in when your sub ends. And Guild Wars 2 is just a massive game for free, with expansion packs available for a one-time payment and no monthly sub ever required. So if you're an MMORPG fan on a budget, RuneScape and Guild Wars 2 will stretch your money as far as it can possibly go. The Elder Scrolls Online is a great one-time payment with optional monthly upgrade systems afterwards. Final Fantasy XIV has an expansive free trial but will lock you into a sub once you start paying, and World of Warcraft, despite being a very good MMO, unfortunately is past its prime as far as value for money goes. Spend your cash wisely, enjoy whichever game you end up adventuring through, and as always, thank you for watching. Another massive thank you to all the supporters over on Patreon and subs on Twitch. Check the video description for links to all of these games, our Patreon, Twitch, Twitter and Discord. And as always, have a great day.